Welcome to my review for Ratchet Clank Into the Nexus. I don't know where the future went from the PS3 titles, but anyway, playing Into the Nexus is like playing a better Ratchet & Clank game on fast forward. It has all the components, but they feel so compressed and minimized that they fly by in a blink of an eye. The weapons are as fun as always, but there's not a whole lot of new creativity in what's available. Although I did like turning enemies into snowmen and hearing the sleigh bells. What they did add to the game were these 2D platforming stages where you play as Clank and are able to control the direction of gravity. They also added this mechanic when you're playing as Ratchet where you tether two specific points together with this beam of light and then can ride along the beam of light in one direction. Both of these elements are fun and add to the differentiation to this title, as many of the titles seem to have something that make it unique, but they didn't utilize it enough. Either of these new elements could have been used on a grander scale, or even say in a boss fight. For the most part, they just feel wedged in so they could say they did something new, but didn't get overly creative with it. You still travel from planet to planet, but there's no space sequences in between, and I actually always like those. You also have your planet for arena battles that help get you rewards and bolts and experience, and your weapons level up and have upgrades as well. Overall, it's fun, but it's feeling like Insomniac is now just going through the motions. I think Size Matters on PSP was a more advantageous game than this was. Sure, Into the Nexus launched at half the price of what most other new games launch at, but you're getting what feels like a third of a game. What was there is still enjoyable, but a little disappointing considering how great a crack in time was. It's too bad because, like I mentioned in my What a Hypocrite video, I was really looking forward to it. Because Ratchet & Clank games, the ones that follow the classic formula, tend to always deliver. But this may now be another franchise that goes on my list of sequels I may try out someday, but I'm not going to get particularly excited about. I can still recommend to Ratchet & Clank fans that really love the series that they could pick it up, but would also suggest waiting and getting it from a bargain bin. With so much Ratchet & Clank out there to choose from, this isn't the game they needed to keep the series going strong.
You should be out killing something.